Evening all, and welcome to episode 13 of the Kerbal space program Kerbalism. Now, in the last few episodes we've been aiming for the moon and failing a lot. But I'm going to rectify that. I'm going to build a craft to get to the moon, get home, and actually successfully do something for a change. To do that, I decided we need to upgrade the launch pad. Or at least I did in the first part of this episode that I recorded that turned out to fail. The Windows 10 anniversary update rolled out today and it messed with my recording software dramatically. So much so that I recorded little under an hour and 45 minutes of footage to then discover it was just recording the audio and not the actual video. So me waffling on, probably not the most exciting thing. However, I fixed that now, it's working. But we have missed some things. As I said, I decided to upgrade the launch pad, but to do that we needed more money. Once we upgraded it we wouldn't have had enough to actually launch any craft, so would have defeated the object. So I did a few missions of suborbital flight for some tourists and testing a few engines, get a little bit of money, then discovered a contract for 150,000 credits to go to Mimas and plant a flag. So we did that. Built a craft, went to Mimas, took Jenski, our other pilot, over there, managed to land, incurred a very strange bug with him being stuck to the side of the craft when the game actually thought he was inside it, so but anyway, corrected that and actually managed to bring him home without exploding. Came in very hot, came in straight from Mimas to about a 40,000 meter aero brake, and things got a little bit nasty, but we got down. We was okay. Nothing exploded. So yes, and we ended up with lots of research because, well, first time we've been to Mimbus where we could actually collect soil samples, and obviously lots of money. Decided to spend the research first and unlocked the nuclear engines. With those using, as they only use liquid fuel, means we wouldn't have to build a craft that's anywhere near as heavy as the previous ones to get to the moon and back again. So kind of decided maybe we don't need to upgrade the launch pad yet. May do, may not entirely sure. But what I'm doing is building a craft using the nuclear engine to get to the moon and hopefully get back again. So here she is, the Moonlander 1. Using our trusted, tested asparagus staging system with a large orange tank. This has got a nuclear engine here hiding away. I actually hidden it inside a structural fuselage. I don't really think that's cheating. Some people may consider it to be. There she is, hiding up inside there. But the structural fuselage is just purely for space. So I've hidden it inside there to attach the landing gear because they can't be attached to the side of the engine, and if I don't do that we can't land. Or well, we can land, but landing on the engine's not the best of things. We've got everything else we need, all the science, the command pod. We have Gracie, Bill and Doodlo ready to go. So one last check of our staging, just to make sure I haven't got anything wrong. Fire all the engines, disconnect the asparagus in sequence, drop off our fairing, drop off that, aha, that's wrong, drop off that, fire the nuclear engine, there we are, and then parachute home. I've put a little thing on top. It doesn't actually need to be there now I think about it. Let's get rid of the little top piece here. We'll just leave it there. Normally I put a docking port on there, but seeing as we're not going to dock with anything, there's no point. In fact, no. Let's put a docking port on the top for the simple and very easy reason of let's put some more food on top along with the docking port. The reason being that should something go terribly wrong, which to be honest is kind of the track record at the moment, if there's a docking port on top, we can dock rather than having to use Kerbal attachment system, which is still a very nifty ability. But yes, we'd be able to actually dock with the craft, and yes, that would be quite nice. We don't have any monopropellant. We've got monopropellant there, but no monopropellant engines on this. I don't really think we'd need any. I don't want to add any more weight to it. It's already pretty close. Let's go with it. Let's go with this. A nighttime launch. All the Kerbals are asleep. All except 3 and maybe 1 or 2 in mission control. Hopefully they're not asleep. Oh, Gracie, you've got radial controls now as well as normal and anti-normal. Ah, excellent. So, I'll see you in orbit. And here we are. 99 to 78. Could do with rounding off a little bit more. But we're in orbit. And we have a fair bit of fuel left. That's a little bit surprising, actually. Not that I'm complaining. Not at all. Just a little bit surprised. There we are. That'll do. Right. Now, to get to the moon. It's much easier when you've got maneuver nodes. Much easier. That maneuver node up at about 4 o'clock. Power it out. And in theory, the moon should be there somewhere. Where are we? We are. I'm caught by the moon's influence. There. A 19-second burn in half an hour. And we're on approach to the maneuver node. That's ourselves lined up again. Still with a lot of fuel on board. Oh, we've lost electric charge. Ah, of course we have, yes. We lost electric charge because we didn't deploy our solar panels. That was a little bit foolish. Now we have a small problem of not being pointing the right direction to fire our engines. Because we're completely reliant on that little inline stabilizer there and the torque. Let's turn off the torque up in the pad. Let's completely rely on the one in the centre of mass, or will be in the centre of mass. And let's go. We are a little bit late. Hopefully it won't be too much of a problem. And oh, almost got there. Almost got there on just the normal engine. But we will have to switch round. Oh, I'm not really sure what's going on there. Have to switch round to the use of the nuclear engine. I'll hurry up a little bit closer, I think. Right. Might be a little eccentric, but but we will get there. Let's get out a little bit. And we can adjust our maneuver, or adjust our approach, I should say. Crossing the radiation belt, yep, that's fine. Right. Here we are, I want to add a maneuver. And we want to, oops, really adjust how we're getting to the moon. We don't want to be, don't really want to be coming in underneath it. You want to be coming in a bit like that, a bit to the side of it. There we are. That seems very good. Move ourselves around to here. And walk to the next maneuver node. Adjusting the maneuvers further away from the planet, it means you're not using the planet's gravity, or not being influenced by the planet's gravity. It means you can adjust maneuvers easier to get closer to your target. It's much better to do it further away from your target, because a small maneuver here ends up being a large one here. One degree there can change your entire orbit later down the line, when you're talking about millions of kilometers, or even interplanetary. A simple 1 second burst can swap your ship from coming around on, say, the east side of the planet to the west side. So, well worth doing. I just want to make sure I'm coming in somewhat on the equatorial line here. It's not perfect, but it'll do. It'll do. Little nuclear engine firing away there. Right. There we are. Excellent. I am sure the probe we put in orbit was more eccentric than that. Was more in a polar orbit than that one there. But hey ho, it's there now. Get to the moon. Well, I don't actually quite understand what happened there. I was waiting for it to transition between the two. I fast forwarded to the transition, and we're now at the moon. So, we've got to slow down very rapidly. Not ideal. I was hoping to be further out. Do this, because now I'm going to use more fuel than is really required to get ourselves down. We're okay for fuel, I'm thinking. That nuclear engine is efficient because, as I said, because it only requires liquid fuel. It's simply the weight ratio. It requires almost half the weight for fuel than any other one does, any other engine. Right. So I need to add a maneuver to adjust our orbit, because I don't particularly want to crash into the surface of the planet, the moon. Right. That'll do. That'll do. Radial in? Is that? That's the radial in symbol. Right. Warp to our next maneuver. I should really be careful using these warp 2 things, because I don't want to say they're buggy, I want to say I'm misusing them. I think that's the issue. I'm being impatient. I'm clicking things, and well, it's causing problems. There we are. So now if we add a maneuver here and say we want to bring ourselves down on the sunny side of the moon and land, let's aim for that spot there. That won't be there, the moon will have rotated by the time we get there, but we want to aim, I think there's less Swiss cheese perhaps. Let's walk round to the maneuver node. Something very odd is going on with the time warp there. Batteries are almost empty. Why are the battery wheels on the dark side? I think I'm getting some conflicting warp issues. That's really, I think Kerbalism is trying to slow the warp down, warning me, but the warp to maneuver especially just constantly increases the warp speed. So yeah, I think we're having an issue between the two there. A retrograde. "30-second ban." Oh, we can add here. This looks like a nice place as well. Somewhere there. Right. And fire the engines. And we're going to hopefully come down nice and slowly. Nice and slowly indeed. Okay, slightly overshot the mark, doesn't matter. There is the extremely pale blue line. Need to find a way to change that colour because it's very difficult. I mean, the white's better to see. Maybe an orange line would probably be the best one. I don't think up against Duna that might be an issue, but anyway. Let's get down. So we're 7.5 kilometers up, travelling at 500 meters a second. That's a little quick. That's not a little quick, that's a lot quick. Let's horizontal speed. Obviously we want to try and drop down to pretty much nothing. Let's deploy all our landing gear and other bits and pieces in preparation, just in case. So I'm going to bring the nose up and try and get a little bit of height. Hopefully we can start ascending again. Again, I think we are going to actually run out of fuel. I think this is going to be a problem. But we're going to land. That's the plan. Even if it costs these brave Kerbals their lives, we're going to land. Because, well, we've had enough of looking at the moon from afar. Time we told it who's boss. And I have a docking port, and they have food. And I guess we're going to land in this crater. Why not? Seems as good a place as any. Not exactly the smoothest place to land. Let's... Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Go... that away. Ooh. A somewhat hard and bouncy landing. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh. Oh, a very hard landing, and we've lost some solar panels. Oh. Oh dear. Definitely not intended. But we are on the moon. We have landed slash crashed slash... We're here. We're here. We're on the moon. We are on the moon. Yes, we are. I'm not sure how long we've got left for life support. Electric charge is okay, although we don't really have the batteries to last night time. Turn off our right. So let's I'm going to a little bit cheat here. MechJeb has an up function. It will try and bring the craft up. So I am going to open the base and push up. That did not work. That did not work as intended. No, it did not. Let's close the base and push up again. I'm guessing she's just very heavy on the top. So we are in fact stranded. Stranded on the moon. Certainly didn't have enough fuel to get back into orbit. Well. This is a turnout for the books. Let's collect the science. Let's do all the things whilst we're here. Observe materials. And try and get zoomed in to inside here. Oh my. Yes. Where is... Oh, we got the dodgy vibration going on here. There we are. Oh, there's a... We didn't bring a Geiger counter. I bet you I forgot the guy. I always forget the Geiger counter. Oh dear. Right, let's get a crew report. And... Doodlo, our scientist. Out you get. Oof. Right. EJ report. Surface sample. And plant a flag. first moon landing. Yay! Little happy dancing. And back in the ship you go. Oh, no. No, Doodlo, no. Up, up, up. Grab on. And board. Now. Bill Kerman. Bill Kerman. You're our engineer. We have an engineer. Can you repair that? Inspect. This is in good shape. I don't believe you. This is in good shape. It's really not. It's really not, Bill. It's broken. We broke it. We smashed it. It is broken. Bill. Oh, Bill. Okay, so Bill cannot repair the solar panels. So first thing to do when Bill gets back, send him to the opticians. I think possibly a little more training. Right. So what do we do here? They're on the bright side of the moon. I want to say the moon doesn't rotate. My science isn't strong enough to know. Well, my game science isn't strong enough to know whether it actually rotates or not. Moon's express ultron. If it doesn't, if the moon doesn't rotate, that means they will stay exposed to the sun until she gets around to here somewhere, because the planet is on a standard. The dark side always is to the dark side of the planet. This side is always furthest away from the planet, and that side is always closest to it. So it's in a tidal orbit, I think they call it. So tidal locked orbit. I don't know. I'm grabbing words from my memory, and I'm not even sure if they apply here. But if that's the case, that means we got a few days of sunlight. I hope. You know, one day I'll actually learn the fundamentals of this game. But until then, I'm going to keep making things up, and we're going to need another rescue mission. Gracie, Bill and Dudlow, you're going to need saving. And now I know that one fuel tank is not enough to get this nuclear engine here. So we'll have to build something bigger. Nah. That will have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. I know I've had fun making it. We're out on the moon. We're actually on the moon. Woohoo! And yes, I really hope I'll see you next time. So until then, as always, have fun.